Hey, what's going on, visionaries? Jason Osborne, JO Vision, back again with another video. And today we're talking model photographer TFP etiquette. How to have successful TFP shoots if you are a model looking for a photographer or if you're a photographer looking for a model. Today, I've got former model Faye Hollins to give some tips for the model side, and I, of course, will be giving some tips for the photographers. So let's get started. Alright guys, so how can you have successful TFP shoots? I know for models it can be frustrating, for photographers it can be frustrating, and there are a lot of things I feel get lost in translation when it comes to communication and setting up these shoots, because sometimes it just doesn't go as it's planned. So I'm going to go over my top 3 do's and don'ts for photographers, and then Faye is going to go over her top 3 do's and don'ts for models, and hopefully this is going to give you a better insight from either side of the fence on how to have a successful TFP shoot. So what are my top 3 do's for photographers looking for models to do a TFP shoot? Alright, well, number 1 is, if you're going to look for any model to do a TFP or collaborative shoot, is make sure you have a plan. Definitely have a plan. When you approach a model to do a TFP collaborative shoot, you want to make sure that you have an idea already set in motion, maybe some inspiration pictures. Not saying that, and also when I say inspiration, make sure that you can actually accomplish the inspiration pictures that you're giving to the model. But you want to have a plan. Another thing, my second thing that you should definitely do if you're a photographer looking to TFP, you want to offer some kind of compensation beyond monetary. So whether that be them getting extra pictures than you usually give out, or maybe you're giving them some gas money if they're traveling from far away, or maybe you're buying them lunch or buying them breakfast or dinner, depending on what time of day you're shooting. Offer some kind of compensation to the model to give them a little bit more incentive to show up on time, ready to work, and to get a collaborative shoot done. You should never not offer something to the model, because that can definitely deter your efforts from getting a TFP shoot done. And the last thing I definitely think that photographers should do is to always be respectful and to be professional, even if you're not being paid, even if it is a collaborative effort. You want to put your best foot forward no matter what the circumstances are. Even though you're not getting any paid, you have to remember the model's not getting paid. You still have to act professional, because you never know who that model is going to recommend you to that might actually put some money into your pocket. So those are the top 3 things I recommend photographers do when it comes to working for TFP shoots.
Hi, my name is Faye Hollins. So I'm going to talk with you about the 3 do's for models. Number 1, I would say make sure that you are prepared to commit to the project. So before you even reach out to the photographer, ensure that whatever it is that you guys agree upon, that you're willing to follow through. That means making sure you're prepared for the shoot, you have your poses down, your angles down, that you are willing to get there 15 minutes early or on time, and making sure that you do not do a no-show. Okay, so my number 2 would be make sure that you do your research on the photographer. So you don't want to aimlessly just shoot with random photographers that don't match your desired portfolio style. Agencies have a particular look that they're going for, so you want to ensure that whatever it is that you're shooting with the photographers that's TFP, you can add to your professional portfolio and actually get booked for those looks. Then number 3, I would say make sure that you have something to bring to the table. So whenever you collaborate with the photographer, make sure that you're willing to help the photographer. If you can take him out to eat or bring him something to eat, bring water, something, contribute.
Okay, so now that you know our top 3 do's from the photographer side and the model side, I'm gonna get into my top 3 don'ts when it comes to looking for a TFP shoot as a photographer. The first thing that you shouldn't do is not doing your research, okay? Just how, Faye just said that, you want to make sure you do your research on the photographer to make sure that they can fit your portfolio needs. Well, you want to make sure you do your research on the model. Try to find other photographers that have worked with that model. Not doing research can definitely add to some miscommunication and some frustration down the line. If you don't do your research, you might not know if that model style fits yours, if she has the poses down that you want, or she might do a different type of work than that you're used to shooting. You can't expect a model to do boudoir or any kind of risque type of shooting if she's usually covered up and doing more casual or conservative shoots. Make sure you do your research, because not doing your research is an automatic way to set yourself up for failure. The next thing that you definitely should not do if you're a photographer is expect the model to do everything, okay? A lot of times when you do these TFP collaborative efforts, models, they're taking the time out to get their makeup done, to do their hair, to make sure their nails are done, to have an outfit that they haven't already shot in, which can be definitely frustrating for some of these models that have limited outfits to wear during their shoots. You can't expect the model to do everything. Offer to help in some way or another, maybe offer some style suggestions. I'm not saying you have to pay for her to get her hair and her nails done, but you can't expect the model to do everything. You want to make sure that if you do work with anyone, that you have an understanding of what she can bring to the table, and if you feel that she can't bring what you're looking for, offer some ways to help her out. Do not expect the model to do everything when it comes to a collaborative effort. And my last don't is do not, make promises that you cannot deliver on, okay? If you send inspiration photos to a model, she's gonna expect her pictures to come out the way of those inspiration photos. So you should not do that, okay? If you tell the model that, you're gonna have these edits back to her within a week, make sure you stick to that. Not sticking to deadlines or leading the model on as far as how good you are behind the camera or how well you edit can definitely lead to frustration. So do not make promises that you cannot deliver just so it makes you seem better and sounds good or sound better when it comes to approaching a TFP, because it'll expose you really quick, and then they won't want to work with you again, and they might actually put the word out there that you can't deliver on your promises. So make sure that you do not make promises that you cannot keep.
No finessing.
No finessing.
All right, you guys, so I'm gonna talk with you guys about the 3 don'ts for models. So number 1 would be make sure that you don't flake. Number 1 would be make sure that you don't flake. You want to ensure that you value people's time and you show that you respect them. So that means getting there 15 minutes early, making sure that you're in good communication. And number 2 would be make sure that you don't aimlessly collaborate with photographers that don't fit your portfolio style. You should have a mindset that every collaboration has a purpose, and ensure that you're strategic with your collaborations, just period, point blank. Number 3 would be make sure that when you know what style of photography that you are doing, don't go in there and oh, well, I don't know how to do this. Can you, don't make the photographer work hard. That's a quick way not to get TFP and just to spread a bad energy.
My last and final tip, and I think Faye can, agree to this, is so many times after you're done with a collab or a TFP shoot, you never talk to that person ever again. And I think that you should definitely not do that. Keep in touch with the people that you work with, even if it's a one-time thing. Follow each other on social media.
Create a network.
Create a network.
Teamwork.
Exactly, a team. You can't do everything by yourself.
As much as we would like to.
Everybody wants to shine. No one wants to be a team player.
Yes.
But, make sure that you're staying in contact with the people that you shoot or the people that work with you, photographers.
And keeping them in mind for something that someone may say, oh, I needed such and such. Oh, well, I've worked with so-and-so. They're really great. I would recommend,
Pay it forward, all right? Karma comes back to you. If you have a model that you had a great session with, make sure you recommend them to other people to work with. Models, if you have a photographer that did a great job on your photos, make sure you big them up and you show them love and promote their services as well.
Tag them on every picture that you post that they have collaborated with you on, and put on there, hey, book them, blah, 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 because at the end of the day, the collaboration of TFP is for clientele.
Exactly. So make sure you create a strong network of the people that you work with. Don't just forget about them after the work is done and you delivered your pictures. Make sure you keep in touch with them, follow them, see what they're doing, show love on work that you didn't do for them that they're still doing, and that way you'll be able to develop actual relationships with these people instead of just working with them once and then forgetting about them. I think the photographers who are watching this have gotten the point. I think the models who might be watching this have definitely got the point. So if people want to know about you and what you've done and your services, where can they find you and all of that?
All right, so I have 2 brands. I have the Mrs. Howe brand, which is my personal mommy blog brand. You can find me on Instagram. Type in Mrs. Howe, MRSHOUU, and you will see my picture on there. So yeah, and then also you could type in Mrs. Howe on Pinterest as well as YouTube and Facebook. For my esthetician brand, just type in Face. So be @_FAYCE_. So my name is Faye Hollins. So Face stands for faces. Just tie the 2 together.
Yeah, get your face right, ladies. You know, get those
I
brows.
specialize in eyebrows, so.
Ooh, what? You know, if you like this video and if you have a comment or a question about anything we talked about today, or if you are a photographer or a model that would like to offer their insight on TFP collaborations, please leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. I definitely need all the likes I can get. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm coming back with weekly content. I just finished my move, so I got a new area. This is not where I'm going to be doing my YouTube videos, but for this video I just wanted to get it done in the actual studio. But as you guys will see in the next coming videos, you will see a new and different background. No more brick wall, sad to say, but like I said, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I appreciate all you visionaries out there that come back week after week to watch my YouTube videos. I do hope that this video sheds some light on the etiquette that you should have as a photographer or a model when you're shooting TFP, and I hope to see you again. This is Jason Osborne, JO Vision, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Talk to you later. Peace.